Seems the question on everyone's mind after this most recent chapter is, what is Loki going to do next? How is this all about to play out? Well, this is what I think is going to happen. And of course, spoilers up through chapter 1168. If you haven't read that far, then scroll on. The most recent chapter left us off with King Harold ordering his men to tie him to a pillar, and then to go get Loki and Jarl. This chapter leads us right back to the beginning of this flashback, with Loki and Jarl walking into the throne room. And of course, this is what they walk into. Now, first things first, this is not a Domi reversied Harold. I do not understand why everybody is talking like that has been confirmed. Not even remotely. This is obviously his beard up top, and this right here is his shoulder pads. He's had these spiky shoulder pads basically the entire time. I guarantee you, Domi Reversi is not going to be a part of what happens here. But you can all point and laugh at me if I'm wrong in the next chapter. I think when Loki sees this moment, he's going to completely misunderstand everything that's going on. He's going to see the men of Elbaf trying to kill his father. And what is Loki going to do? He's going to massacre them immediately. And once he's done that, he's going to go over to a bleeding father and realize that his wounds are actually slowly regenerating. In this moment, I believe Harold is going to do his best to explain to Loki what's going on. But I doubt he'll be able to get all that information out, because we know he's actively fighting against Emu for control. Now, I put Harold right there with Rock. We saw him fighting against the Domi Reversi, so it's fair to assume that Harold should be able to some degree as well, if not more. It may even be the case that Emu is unable to completely take control over Harold, in which case they might have to just send some backup. And seeing how we have a fresh portal right here, it might be time for Shamrock to earn a few more stripes. Remember when Shamrock first brought Sommers over to Elbaf? And Sommers says, paying a visit to Harold's grave. It's almost like Shamrock has something to do with Harold's death. So I wouldn't be surprised if Shamrock is the one who shows up through that Abyss pentagram to officially take out Harold and then turn his eyes to Loki. Loki has stated himself that he has dealt with the Holy Knights successfully. He knows that they can be stopped. So one way or another, Loki either took out Harold or successfully injured Shamrock to a point where he had to retreat. The first attempted coup of Elbaf officially fails. I'm also guessing that Loki needed to eat the forbidden fruit of Elbaf because he needed some help in this fight. Loki is an incredibly powerful foe, but there's no way he's stronger than Harold at base form, let alone with the Covenant. And if we're adding another Holy Knight in the mix, there's no way. So Loki definitely needs some hacks here. And don't forget, Jarl catches that sword to the forehead, so he forgets everything he sees in this throne room. So once reinforcements finally make it in here, Loki has already forced Shamrock to retreat with his newfound power. Jarl has forgotten everything that he's seen, and we see Loki sitting in the middle of an absolute bloodbath. With Loki already having such a bad reputation in Elbaf in the first place, everybody is quick to believe this story. So the prophecy of Loki the accursed prince continues to live on. I know there's a few holes in this theory, because it seems like Emu can just completely take over whomever has a mark, but I'm holding out hope that Harold had a little bit more willpower than that. But as always, let me know what you think in the comments.